Hot Take Express.
Good morning from Nevada. All right, so I wanted to explain to you guys what it is that the radical Republicans do. We don't go to protests. We don't do marches. We don't do rallies. We don't really get arrested. Um, we are thinkers, and we are lobbyists, and we are builders. I am literally building a city in Tobar because I want an economic base for the org. I don't want us to just be dependent on, the goodwill of PayPal or even locals or whatever. I want us to have our own economic base that can support our activities in a longer term basis. What else? Like we come up with ideas and we put them out there. I wrote Class Analysis and Revolution. It sets out the basic tenets of Marxism, Lincolnism. And then our Vice General Secretary, Robert Lamb, he's been just the master of talking to politicians. He's getting our ideas in front of various people in his hometown, Lawrence City in South Carolina, and he's getting in front of various other Republican politicians. And we're also looking to not just talk to, Republican congressmen, but also we're looking and other politicians, but we're also looking at other people of influence. Like we've got outreach operation to the Teamsters rank and file, getting our ideas out there. And well, the Teamsters didn't make an endorsement, whereas Sean Fain of the UAW endorsed Biden after making their little, but we don't like what's going on in Gaza noises, but we're going to endorse the guy doing it. They did that. The Teamsters were like, we're an org to, advance the interests of our workers. Bad things happen all over the world, but the bad things happening in our factories are what we're focused on. And, fair enough. No one's asking them to solve the Middle East. No one's expecting that out of an American union. But what can be expected is just don't endorse the bloodshed. Okay. Wringing your hands about it first and feeling really bad about it doesn't change the fact that you're endorsing Hitler, as Sean Fain has done. Now, Sean O'Brien of the Teamsters is far more based than that. The Teamsters entered into a negotiation with Trump for a possible endorsement in good faith. They had a lot of issues with Trump. They didn't like the fact that he stiffed contractors. Trump isn't perfect. He was a, land developer in New York City. There's a certain type of person that can do that, and they're not often the types of people that pay their contractors fairly. So there's been some issues, but they talked about it in good faith, and Trump gave them a bone. Trump did something for them because they went and talked to him in good faith, which they did because of our organizing efforts. And what is that? What has the radical Republicans done in this world? Well, let me tell you. Anheuser-Busch are the guys that make Bud Light, all right? And Bud Light was getting boycotted over the Dylan Mulvaney trans issue thing. Okay, a big chunk of any bar's revenue is Bud Light, and most of the people that drink Bud Light are, I would say, characterized broadly as conservative or at least Republicans, right? And so you get no less of a Republican culture war authority than Donald Trump to say that we forgive Bud Light, maybe we go back to drinking Bud Light. Well, didn't we enjoy Bud Light, folks? Only Trump can do. And that's what happened. In the course of this negotiation for a endorsement that never materialized, but I think, in the course of these negotiations, Bud Light got unboycotted. And as a result, the Teamsters, who were negotiating for a contract from Anheuser-Busch, were no longer staring down a concessionary contract, but they got expanded benefits and pay and so forth. Like, they won a better contract. And that's because of radical Republican organizing, okay? We are building things, but we are actually building them. We are not talking about them. And I feel like that's kind of part of the problem, is we aren't we aren't seeking glory. We're just trying to get things done. And so I think we probably need to talk about that stuff kind of more, so that we don't get misrepresented. But this is the kind of stuff that radical Republicans do. If you would like to help make your community better and help us organize your community so that better things can happen, and get in touch with us. Get in touch with me. We can give you some pointers, and we can unleash your creativity so you can do the things that you see that need to be done in your community. All right. And it could be completely different than the things we're doing. It might not be building a agricultural collective like I am. It might not be, organizing politicians. It might be something completely different, but you know your community better than most other people anywhere else would. And so to come talk to us and help us organize your community, help us organize our communities, help us organize this nation. That is the heart and soul of radical republicanism. Get to know your neighbor and enjoy some solidarity with your fellow American patriots. Anyway, thank you. And I hope you guys have a great day. Later.
Hot Take Express.